The Raw After Wrestlemania featured what appears to be a lot of mystery teasers that fans are connecting to Uncle Howdy, so we'll see what's up there. We'll also check out what's going on with Seth Rollins, Alexa Bliss, and more. Starting things off with the latest big news for Seth Rollins. WrestleMania 40 was quite the eventful and busy weekend for Seth Rollins. Seth took part in the instant classic main event of Night 1 in the tag team match with Cody Rhodes against The Rock and Roman Reigns. But unfortunately, Seth and Cody came up short in that match. Cody was the one to get pinned, but it'll go down in the history books as a loss for Seth Rollins as well. In less than 24 hours later, Seth Rollins was opening up Night 2 of WrestleMania 40 to defend his World Heavyweight title against Drew McIntyre. The commentators made viewers be really aware that Seth was still banged up from the Night 1 main event, so it would be a hard challenge for him to beat a fully fresh and rested Drew McIntyre. But Seth still gave it all he had and still went out as a champion. Seth Rollins took a handful of Claymore kicks from Drew McIntyre and just kept kicking out. It's hard to recall any other time where an individual has kicked out of so many consecutive Claymore kicks. So that within itself was quite the incredible showing for Seth Rollins. But eventually it all caught up with Seth Rollins and he couldn't outlast Drew McIntyre. And although it was a sad moment to see Seth's title reign end, it ended in a very poetic way that was foreshadowed long ago. If you go back to even last year, there were several instances where Seth Rollins was putting himself out there a bit too much as a workhorse champion. And you had Adam Pearce and other individuals telling Seth that he had to slow down and take it easy, that he didn't have to carry the entire company and show all by himself. But Seth didn't really pay any mind to those warnings and continued to be the fighting and workhorse champion that he prided himself on, with no breaks at all. And even recently, when he tore his MCL earlier this year, Seth Rollins was trying to rush back as fast as possible, not really thinking of his health. He was just thinking of getting back as soon as he could to be that fighting champion. So on top of his injuries, he also had to defend his title, and also found himself in the middle of the drama between Cody and the Bloodline. So it's a pretty poetic ending for Seth's fighting champion ways to eventually catch up to him and be the reason for his title reign's demise. The character just didn't know how to slow down, and that costed him everything in the end. So he took 2 losses at WrestleMania across the weekend, but arguably his most important moment came in the closing moments of Roman versus Cody on Night 2. Despite Cody being the one to win the title, Seth did promise Roman in 2022 that he would take the title off of him because he knows what it takes and he knows Roman's weakness. Well, 2 years later, Seth stayed true to his word. He knows that the Shield betrayal was something that Roman never got over, no matter how much Roman tries to hide it. So Seth quite literally sacrificed himself to Roman by coming out in the Shield gear and getting in Roman's head, just so that Cody can capitalize on that moment. A lot of fans gave Seth Rollins lots of props and credits for agreeing to do everything he did at WrestleMania 40 weekend, because it wasn't a successful weekend for him per se. He lost on Night 1, lost his title on Night 2, and got beat down by Roman during the Night 2 main event. So fans just really appreciated that because they knew it had to be hard for him to agree on doing every single one of those things. As far as Seth Rollins and his WWE future goes, reports claim that Seth Rollins will be taking a hiatus away from WWE after WrestleMania 40. Reports claim that the rumor is that it will only be 4 weeks long, but that there is a possibility that the break could extend past those 4 weeks. Another concerning issue with Seth Rollins is obviously his expiring WWE contract. Seth has said before that he wants to be with WWE for life, but his contract is expiring real soon in June, and there's been no talk lately about a new deal being done. So that'll be a very important situation to monitor in the coming months. On the Raw after WrestleMania, there was a lot of things going wrong and other strange things happening that didn't go unnoticed by fans. Before Raw went on air and during some of the commercial breaks, all of the lights in the arena turned off, with a strange and mysterious song and voice being heard throughout the arena. This strange situation only lasted a few seconds before the lights in the arena flipped back on as if nothing ever happened. The reason why this moment has fans bugging out is because it's very similar to the old ways of the White Rabbit teasers from 2022 and how that all started off. The early White Rabbit teasers started when WWE would play a strange song and then turn the lights off in the arena while the song played. At first, some fans thought it was nothing, but as the months went on, those teasers continued to ramp up hard until it led to the iconic WWE return for Bray Wyatt. So considering the similarities there between this new mysterious teaser appears to have with the early White Rabbit teasers, this has everyone convinced that Uncle Howdy is behind these new teasers now. And it wasn't just the song playing during those commercial breaks. There was also strange technical difficulties throughout Raw that had fans wondering if it was another Uncle Howdy teaser itself, or just a real technical difficulty, but it's very hard to tell. And like we've been discussing all week, it's been a very busy time for Uncle Howdy teasers. WWE dropped several teasers of them between the documentary and WWE World. So if their plan is to start the Howdy teasers on WWE television in a similar fashion to the White Rabbit teasers, then that's pretty exciting. Triple H and WWE have said themselves that the White Rabbit project was like something they've never done before, but how it was successful and it spiked ratings and general interest because everyone wanted to know who was behind those teasers. So if they're doing it again, there's a very high possibility that it will be just as successful this time around, and it already has fans extremely excited. And like we spoke about after the very first Uncle Howdy teaser from the documentary, it's very exciting and does give so much hope. He's obviously not with us anymore, but it does feel like the time in 2022 again. It feels like we're building up to a return. Obviously not to Bray Wyatt, but a return back into his world, back into his universe through Uncle Howdy's character and his brother, Bo Dallas. So it's an exciting feeling. This is only week one of these alleged Uncle Howdy teasers, and it has fans hyped out of their minds already. So hopefully the teasers continue to grow as the weeks go on and hint towards some pretty exciting things. Alexa Bliss has said on several times in recent memory that she is gearing up for her own WWE return soon, and she also has shown herself training a lot in recent weeks. So what if even Alexa Bliss gets mixed up and hinted towards in these upcoming teasers? That would make things even more exciting and really make the Bray Wyatt universe feel like it's still thriving. Could we see Uncle Howdy and Alexa Bliss return together right off the bat? That'll be a great way to kick off Howdy's return and continue from where it last left off in 2023. Remember that Alexa Bliss's last WWE appearance before her pregnancy was Royal Rumble 2023, where it looked like Uncle Howdy was putting the final touches on Alexa's mind to fully take it over. So if Howdy taking over Alexa's mind all happened off screen and they returned together side by side in current day, it's definitely going to have Bray Wyatt fans very intrigued, no doubt about it. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.